Hello again and welcome to the Mordian Mondays, episode 13. Now, I know many of you will be quickly checking the calendar and going, but it's not Monday today, it's Tuesday. It is Tuesday, guys. I am a day late doing this video, but there is a good reason why. It's the same reason why last week I didn't upload any videos. My computer broke, and it was kind of my own fault. I had a very old PC. It served me faithfully. It was a trusty old beast. That I'd bought on a budget, to be honest. I built it myself on a budget 6 years ago. I only spent about £400 on it, so it was pretty budget. But it had served me really, really well. It was a really good combination of parts that had managed to, keep up with the times just about. But it got to 2019 and it just degraded really quickly. I think my hard drive just failed, and so. I tried to improve things by overclocking my RAM and my graphics card, and my motherboard just died. It just couldn't handle it. It wouldn't. I just bricked it basically. So it was all right because I've been thinking about getting a new PC for a while, but that just goes to show you guys why you should always get an ordained tech priest to do these things. I didn't do the litany of increased RAM. I didn't do the litany of overclocking, and as a result, the machine spirit got very angry with me. But it was all right because it gave me the push to buy a new PC. Now, initially, I thought I should have a new PC by Monday. Oh, guys, I have one hell of a horror story to tell you, and I'll tell you because it's funny. You can all laugh at my misfortune. It's not particularly Warhammer related, but it is just amusing. So what happened is. My PC died on like the Friday. It died on the Friday, and I was like, okay, fine. You know what I'll do? I'll order a new PC tomorrow. So I ordered the PC from. I did all my research, and because I've been looking at getting a PC anyway, and I ordered all my parts from Amazon. And I ordered it with Amazon Prime on Saturday. And I thought, well, Amazon Prime is private courier, so they could get me my parts by... Because I bought all the parts separately. I like to build my own PC. I bought the parts separately, and I thought, it's Amazon Prime, so it's private courier, so it might come on a Sunday. But, traditionally there is no post on Sundays in the UK. Then the parts... But I thought, at the very latest, it'll be here by Monday. I can get it built Monday evening. I'll be back in business by Tuesday. Maybe Wednesday at the latest, get 3 videos out, or we'll be right with the world. I have never had a online shopping experience like it. It was so bad that I'm now pretty much boycotting Amazon for life. It was horrendous. So I bought the parts on the Saturday. They didn't even start with next day delivery through Amazon Prime. They didn't even start processing the order until like Sunday evening. They didn't even start processing the order until Monday. The parts it gets to 4 o'clock on Monday, and none of the progress bars have gone up on it. So nothing has changed. Sorry. So it's been like 2 full days, and I thought this is a bit unusual for next day delivery. I phoned Amazon customer service, and they're like, "Oh, it's got stuck in our system somehow. I'll push it through for you now." And I'm like, okay, yeah, great, that's thanks. They say, don't worry, it'll get processed today and you'll have it tomorrow. It'll update in a couple of hours. So it update, a couple of hours come by, I recheck my online profile, and it says it's going to be ordered it's going to get here by Saturday. I'm like, this is not next day delivery. So phone customer service again. Yeah, something's gone wrong with our fulfillment center, with the processing. Cancel your order and then reorder it, and it'll be with you by tomorrow. And I was like, awesome, cool. So I cancel the order, this is on Monday, and reorder it. Tuesday, order hasn't been processed. Wednesday, order has finally been processed. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? This is next day delivery. Gets to Thursday, and it says your order has been dispatched. I'm like, awesome, we're finally getting it. I have it ready for the weekend. The courier turns up on Thursday and he hands me this one parcel. I'm like, where's the rest of it? He goes, oh, sorry, mate, that's all I've got for you. And it was the CPU fans. That's all they delivered out the whole computer. Not CPU fans, the case fans. So then I go on Amazon, try and get an idea of what the hell's happened to the rest of my order. which I've spent a significant amount of money on. I didn't skimp out this time. Your account has been locked due to suspicious activity. I'm like, what the hell? What do you mean suspicious activity? You've delivered part of the bloody order. So I phoned him as a customer service. Oh, well, it's because you cancelled your order and then reordered the exact same thing again. It looks suspicious. I said, your customer service guy told me to do that. Oh, well, we'll have to investigate it now. It'll take up to 24 to 48 hours to resolve it. I said, so this next day delivery, which I did on Saturday, didn't arrive. I reordered it on Tuesday and it's still not arrived. Basically, I've going to be waiting a week before I get my parcel with next day delivery. So they finally get it. They do, fortunately, the customer service person does turn it around for me in 24 hours. Gets to Friday and say, right, your order's going to get processed. Be with you next day. Guarantee. The customer service says, I guarantee it will be with you tomorrow. Updates that later that evening. We'll deliver on Tuesday. I'm just like, fuck this. So but it's all been dispatched in inverted commas, but it's obviously not been dispatched because it's not going to get to me till Tuesday. So I just say, but they won't let me cancel any of it because it's been dispatched. Well, fortunately, I was able, after having a very stern but polite conversation with customer service again, I was able to get most of it cancelled. I did have to refuse a couple of parts after the driver had already turned up, which was kind of awkward. But what I did, guys, is I just went, well, fuck this. I cancelled it, got all my refunds from Amazon, blah, blah, blah. And I went to eBuyer instead, which was a little bit more expensive. I probably had to spend like 5% more with eBuyer, if that. But I ordered it late on the Friday and it arrived with me before lunchtime on the Saturday. Absolutely amazing. Better than Amazon. So my experience with Amazon was so bad. I've never heard anything like it, but I was like, it's so bad. I can't ever trust to buy anything from them again. Like, this was two orders. Both Amazon Prime just completely messed it up. So yeah, so there you go, guys. That's my horror story of finally getting the new PC. I do finally have it. It's a bit of a beast, to be honest. I'm really enjoying actually having a bit of a cutting edge PC for a change. It's still probably like sort of half a generation behind. It's probably like a PC, the equivalent of a PC from sort of 2018. That's what I'd say. It's like a half a generation behind. But yeah, it's finally here. It's cool and it's working. So yay! Regular videos from now on. Now, as you can see, so that was my sort of. That's why I've been for a week. That's why I've not been able to upload anything. So I got my PC by Saturday, and I got it built on Sunday. But by the time, sorry, it was built on Saturday. Took me ages. Got everything as much as I could installed on Saturday, and then used it to play. Play some games on Sunday. Was out all Monday. But I was trying to do some recording between sort of Sunday and Monday, but I couldn't get Windows Movie Maker. Now, apparently Microsoft has discontinued Windows Movie Maker. I tried to use a bit of software called Shotcut, which I heard was very good, but it was must have gone through half a dozen different video editing softwares, freebies, and they're all so complicated. But fortunately, I actually managed to find a company that was, or a website that was still hosting a copy of Windows Movie Maker. It's so easy to use Windows Movie Maker, guys. I highly recommend it for anyone who's starting out and doing their own channel. Windows Movie Maker is amazing. You just put some pictures in there. You can record straight over the pictures. It's really, really good. So I managed to get that sorted. It took me a couple of days to find that, but I finally got it sorted today, and I'm doing a recording now, and I will be doing lots of recordings throughout the week to try and make up for lost time. So there you go, guys. That was my epic saga about ordering something online. It was just absolutely horrendous. So now we've had the sort of random chat bit, let's get on to some actual Warhammer stuff, which is what I've been painting this week. Well, fortunately I had quite a lot of time on my hands, so I was able to get 2 full squads of mortars and a Lord Commissar painted up. Now I got one of the squads of mortars is classic metal Mordians, and they turned out really nicely. The other squad is converted Cadians, and I used the Anvil Industry heads. Now, I'm really proud of how these Cadians turned out. I don't want to blow my own trumpet too much, but I'm really proud of how those Cadians turned out. You see, the models that I used, and I've got probably another half a dozen like it, were some of the first models that I attempted to strip all the paint off, and it didn't go well at all. I must have tried. I was mixing things with water. It was very trial and error. These guys were the guinea pigs, and so the paint was. The models were in bad condition. To cut a long story short, the models were in really bad condition, and the arms and loads of bits have broken off and stuff in the process. So I was really proud because I was able to basically restore them. And this mortar squad is almost like a quintessential example of the Great Mortar Restoration Project. Took some models that were broken, battered, covered in crappy caked paint, and with some TLC and some care and attention, were really able to bring them back from the dead. And they do, they look really. I think they look really good. I have currently, I'm doing this for all the heavy weapon teams at the moment, I'm currently sort of not gluing them onto the big round bases because then it gives me options if I want to chop and change things out. Realistically though, I think I am going to just glue them directly onto the bases. The only advantage is that by not gluing them onto the base, it does make them a lot easier to transport. It means they won't get chipped and stuff like that, which is my main focus with this. I want these models to stay lovely and pristine and protected. I can just use my Mordians as my studio army, but I kind of want to use them as my tournament army. And the Lord Commissar, I have to say, he turned up really nicely as well. He's one of my favourite Lord Commissar models. He's one of the original 2nd or 3rd edition Commissars. He's got a bolter and a power sword and a pair of sunglasses. He's an absolute beast, and I love him. The only one I'm missing now is the Steel Legion version of this Commissar. Yeah, so that's what I'm keeping my eye out for, guys. If anyone knows where I can get one, please let me know, because I would love the Steel Legion version of that Commissar. And then I think I might have nearly every Commissar model from that point on. Every Imperial Guard one, not the Rogue Trader ones when they were Imperial Army, but every Imperial Guard one. So I'm almost there, guys. My Commissar collection is almost there. I've got Severin Rain now as well. So she'll be getting painted up soon. She's a gorgeous model. Absolutely, really, really one of the best Commissar models in games which I've released in a while. Rules are complete shite, but the model's great. So tactics. So that's what I've been painting, guys. Pretty straightforward. A couple of mortar squads. This is my last vow for the painter competition I've been part of, ETL. This is my last vow for that. I do have a week before the competition actually ends, but I won't have time to paint tonight because I'm playing a game of Warhammer. And then I could paint Wednesday, I could paint Thursday, but then I can't paint Friday, Saturday, or Sunday because I'm at an event. I'm at a tournament then. So I won't have time to paint then, unfortunately. So I've done 3 vows. First vow was the full infantry platoon. Second vow was the Ogrins. And my third vow was mortars and a Lord Commissar for a total of about 600 points completed. So the final tally is 4 that I've painted in the last 3 months is 4 infantry squads, 4 infantry squads, a command squad, 5 characters, 2 Lord Commissars, junior officer, company commander, and a priest. A squad of Ogrins and 2 squads of mortars. So that's 4 squads of infantry. That's 4 units. 4 units. 6 units with the mortars. 7 units with the Ogrins and 5 characters. So 7 squads, 5 characters. It's pretty good going for 3 months. Pretty good going, I have to say. I was planning on getting the equivalent of 10 infantry done every month for 10 infantry done for every week for 3 months, which should have been 12 squads, which should have basically been 120 infantry. Haven't quite got that done. I've got the 4 main infantry. Oh, don't forget the command squad. So we're looking at 8 infantry units actually. So I actually got 40 infantry done, so that's 4 weeks worth, and the ogres took 2 weeks, so that's 6 weeks. Then there was 1 week where I just did a character, so that was 7 weeks. 1 week for the command squad, that's 8 weeks, and then it was then I had that break where I had to spend a week painting for my Steel Legion, so that took a week out. And then the rest was spent on more, the characters and the mortars and the Lord Commissar, because they took 2 weeks. Those 2 squads and the Lord Commissar took 2 weeks. So there we go, guys. But yeah, not a bad haul. Not a bad haul. We've basically got, I've got all in. If you count everything, all characters and everything, I'm probably at about 900 points for the Mordians now. In about a month, which is pretty good. Obviously, I've got a lot of characters painted up, and I'm not going to use all those characters in my beginning games, so it's a little inflated when I say I've got about 900 points. But I have a solid, I would say 800 point force now. And you guys, actually, to get you excited, I have a battle report, 750 point battle report, that has been recorded. I'm going to take lots of time and effort to edit it. I'm going to try and put some new cool editing techniques on the video. I'll give it a go. I might, if I've got time, I'll give it a go. And it's going to be the first battle report with the new Mordians. It's 750 points, Mordian 50th Rifles, versus 750 points of the Vile Dark Elder, the Drukari. So that should be really good. Yeah, that should be really good. So that's what I am rocking. I'm also thinking of taking my Mordians to a few small events, but I'm going to start using them in some battle reports. I've got to try and find some people that are willing to do some sort of quick 750 point battle reports with the, in some evening stuff, which I think will work out really nicely. But there you go, guys. I have to say that. Speaking of the units that I painted, I have used the mortars in the game, and I have to say I was actually really impressed with mortars. They are very niche. The thing is, mortars are really good at killing light infantry, and they do that role extremely well. They're not very good at targeting anything else, but anything that's toughness 3, it's right in their ballpark. It's really right up their alley. Because you're firing 10 shots. No, it's about 11 shots. Firing 11 shots, you're going to hit with half of them. If you're re-rolling ones, you'll get a few more hits. So you're going to hit with like 6 or 7, and then you're going to wound with sort of 4 or 5 of those. And if you're shooting like infantry, they're going to lose. They could lose up to 4. They could lose 4 guys, 3 or 4 guys if they're just on a 5 up or a 6 up save. You do that twice with a couple of squads of mortars. And you've basically, 2 squads of mortars a turn can wipe out a squad of enemy light infantry, and they only have to do that 1 or 2, 1 turn, 2 turns. They've got their points back. So yeah, I'm loving the fact that mortars are back on my menu, because I know a lot of people. I know mortars have been good for me the whole of 8th edition, guys. Don't think I'm ignorant of that fact. But the fact that I've not had any built and painted, because they're all I told you, they're all broken and battered. All my mortars are in a terrible state. The fact that I've not really been able to use them because I haven't dared to show them on my channel or even get them out on casual games, because they were basically baited with bits of random mortar stuck on them. So so the fact that I've been able to use them, I'm really enjoying the fact that mortars are cool again, because I used to love using mortars in 6th and 7th edition. Every infantry platoon I ran had at least 1 squad of mortars, often 2. I used to love running 3 squads of 4 heavy weapon teams with mortars, and then 1 for each platoon when they were actually platoons back in 6th and 7th, and then each one of my command squads have a mortar as well, which would mean I was running 20 mortars. I used to field 20 mortars, not 20, 16. I used to field 16 mortars, sorry. 4 squads with 3 mortars in each, and then 4 command squads with a single mortar in. Just a platoon command squad. I just found that it allowed that little unit to contribute to the fight, and I'm really loving that again. I'm going to bring that back, I think. I'm going to have three mortar heavy weapon teams, and then each one of my command squads is going to have a mortar. I'm going to have a mortar command squad. It might not be, you know, the best thing to do, spending 29 points on a single mortar. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate that's probably not the best thing to do, but that's traditionally what I have done, and you know, it's a good way of it. You know, it's interesting. You know, more, you know, mortars in command squads. I feel like, and I'm no, you know, expert on modern day military, but I feel like mortars in like a command squad are kind of realistic by today's military standards. You know, maybe I'm wrong. If anyone, you know, I know we've got a few, you know, hardcore military guys on who follow this channel who really know their stuff. If you could let me know about that, that'd be really cool, because I do want my Mordians to be semi-realistic. Obviously, you know, they're line infantry in space, they're not really that realistic, but it is cool to have your guard have a little bit of a real world feel. So it would be cool. I know, you know, it would be cool if my command squads with a mortar were semi-realistic. That would be kind of cool. So there we go, guys. I guess that's what we'll talk about for now. I really am loving my Mordians again. That I'm really, it's emotional. It's crazy to get emotional with little toy soldiers, but I am emotional. It's great to see them back on the tabletop. It's great to see them killing filthy Xeno scum. The only quibble I have with the color scheme is it is very dark. It's a very dark color scheme. It basically looks black when you're playing it on the tabletop, but that's okay, because the weapons, you know, dark color schemes tend to hide detail a bit better. You know, hide mistakes a little bit better, and overall the effect is still quite good. So I just wonder if there's some way I could lighten it up. Maybe some sort of edge highlighting would help lighten it up. Is there some way I could make it a bit lighter? I'm not sure, but I kind of like the dark green uniform. No, it's very dark. It is very green. But yeah, I kind of like that. It's very different. It's very different to what I'm used to with my guard being bright, you know, bright, bold, beautiful bastards. But you know, the last few years I've really enjoyed embracing dark color schemes. It's kind of why I don't like contrast paint. I don't know what it is, but I feel like really bright color schemes can sometimes look a bit cartoonish. I'm not poo-pooing anyone's color scheme here. It's just personal, you know, personal opinion. And so I kind of feel like dark color schemes look a bit more grim dark, a bit more 40k. But I could be well off there. But think about it, you know, my Genestealer cult were pretty dark, you know, but they had some brighter bits, but they were Genestealer cult are very dark, gritty colour scheme based of the Brotherhood of Nod. Black Templars are obviously pretty dark apart from the white shoulder pads, you know. So I've definitely been embracing the dark side recently. My Steel Legion are a very bright colour scheme though. My Steel Legion are very bright brown. So it swings and roundabouts. Yeah, I mean, I am like 100 guys deep at this point on almost 100 guys deep at this point on the Mordian Restoration project. I'm a little hesitant to start again. But I have to say, I love the colour scheme. It's only, if I concern, it might be a little dark for battle reports. But it shouldn't matter too much. If I've got good lighting, it shouldn't matter too much. Anyway, guys, watch the battle report next Monday. Let me know what you think about the colour scheme and if it looks a bit too dark on the battle report. And we'll see if we can sort something out. So thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoy this video. And of course, I'll see you guys next time.